Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Am I the Asshole? If you like hearing Reddit stories, it would really support the channel if you could like or subscribe. Let's dive into our first story. Am I the asshole for calling someone out of their white elephant gift that was significantly under the spending criteria? A social group that I'm a part of held a white elephant gift exchange last night. Participation was by absolutely no means mandatory or even expected. The event was divided up between two pricing tiers, under $25, $50, and $75 to $100. The majority of members went with the less expensive tier for obvious reasons, and there's absolutely no stigma within our circle for doing so. In fact, only 9 out of our nearly 40 members chose the more expensive tier, myself included. Well, I was picked to go third, and I selected a gift that was wrapped quite beautifully, thinking that was a good sign, but I was disappointed to discover the gift was a hot chocolate set that certainly wouldn't have met the criteria of the lower range, let alone the one we were participating in. I could tell the others in the group felt roughly the same, just by the looks on their face, and my focus was directed to one woman, Jen, who was looking away, clearly embarrassed. As you might imagine, no one took my gift. Now I know it's petty not to be happy with what you're given, but let's be honest here, Insane was throwing in the sort of thing you'd find on clearance at Walmart, knowing full well she'd walk away with something pricey in turn. In this case, Jen wound up with brand new Keurig. I discreetly pulled our social group's leader aside and mentioned my concern to her. She expressed she wasn't happy with this herself, and that she'd even tried to tell Jen not to participate with the more expensive tier because it was well known that Jen wasn't doing great financially, but Jen had sworn up and down that it wouldn't be an issue. We didn't want to disrupt events, so I was asked to put on a kind face and to avoid talking about the gift for the remainder of the evening, which I accepted as people were trying to have fun. This morning I received a long-winded text chain from Jen, expressing how frustrated she was that I demeaned her by complaining about her gift. She went on and on about how nice it must be that I can simply throw my money away while others, like her, are struggling, and that her income shouldn't mean she can't have nice things. Instead of fighting, I forwarded the texts to our group leader, and I've since received word that Jen would no longer be a member of our social group. Now, if I'm being honest, I do genuinely feel bad because I know how happy being a member of this group made Jen. She has had a lot of setbacks in her life. I do not hate her or hold any negative feelings for her at all. I simply felt she was knowingly taking advantage of the rest of us to basically trade up beyond her means. Am I the asshole? Not the asshole. This isn't like typical friend/family gifting, where the thought still counts for something. This sounds more like a club with rules for participation to ensure everyone benefits at roughly the same level, and Jen broke the rules. Every piece of this was under her control. She could have not participated at all. She could have participated in the more affordable category. She instead gambled on social politeness and people allowing her to snag an expensive item without it costing her. And in a purely social group of friends or a family gathering, it likely would have worked because people wouldn't want to appear unkind or greedy by complaining. For an annoying cousin, I'd have kept quiet. But if I buy a raffle ticket that guarantees a $100 value prize at my local community center, I'm absolutely going to complain if they gave me a box of hot chocolate in return. The audacity to suggest that being on a budget shouldn't mean you can't have nice things. Like, yes, in this situation, that's exactly what it means. Capitalism in general is based on this principle, not the asshole. She should have done the lower tier or not participated at all. Yes, this was essentially theft by Jen. I should get to have nice things too, doesn't entitle someone to steal. And she was warned. Not the asshole. She took advantage of the group. She wanted the more expensive group to get herself a nice gift and decided for herself that you are all too polite to point out that she is way under the price limit. Honestly, the group leader should have talked to her about that and made her exchange the present she got with the one she brought. Why is it fair that everyone should pay $75 to $100 and then get a $4 chocolate gift? There is a price range for a reason. So, yeah, kicking her was the right thing to do. Jen has champagne taste on a beer budget. You're not the asshole. You dealt with it discreetly. What she did was on her. It's really disappointing to participate in these things when folks don't play right. Well, that's another episode of Am I the Asshole in the books. I really appreciate all of you who made it this far into the video. Of course, if you enjoyed this video, it would really help the channel out a lot if you gave the video a thumbs up, subscribe, or leave a comment down below. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.